Hello, world. What separated your deep ball from everybody else?
My deep ball, it has a little secret sauce to it, man.
Never get too high, never get too low, but just keep moving.
The whole story is Carlos never beat me in any kind of sports in high school.
Welcome to the Orange is the New Black podcast. I'm your host, Ace Boogie, joined by my co-host, Zim. Zim, say what's up.
I ain't going by Zim no more. I'm going by 525. That's all. That's all you gonna call me. 525. I'm sorry if my mic is too loud. I'm gonna chill out, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Just call me Mr. 525. That's it.
525, exactly. Joe Shiesty dropped 525 passing yards against the Baltimore Ravens. Zim, let's just get into it, bro. Like, what were just your thoughts, like, the entirety of that game? Like, what was going through your head? What was traveling around in the mind of Zim Hude?
A whole lot of orange. That's it. That's all I know. All I know is numbers. All I know is I put them up. All I know is I can't be stopped. All I know is I got the greatest trio of wide receivers the league has ever seen. And here I am. You can't snub me. You can't zero me. Put the ball in my hands, Trey, and it's over. That's all I was thinking. That's it. It's over. I don't even really. Why are we even doing a show? Why did they suit up? Why are we here? What are we really talking about? Who can stop me? You want the Patriots to come and try to do something with me? I'm going to just throw it out. I'm going to air it out. They're going to try to catch up, but they can't because all they want to do is run the football. They coochies. They're not built like me. What the Colts want to do with me? They relying on Wentz to do something in prime time. You want to go up with me, Wentz? I'm doing 525 these days. I'm doing 500 on the dash. I'm hitting the gas, and I'm hitting it running. Chiefs, the Kelsey might put up 300 on me or whatever. I'm still going to a shootout. It's bang, bang every week now. It's 525. Zach went 8 plays straight, eight freaking passes, and it is what it is. That's what's going through my head. Your offense is your defense. I love you, defense, but the offense can carry. Let's get it. What are we here for? Like, bro, it's over. Like, what
It's over. It's over. No, I'm with it. Like Zim said, Bengals came out and completely dominated this game. Came out on top, 41-21. Still wanted more.
I'm back.
Still wanted more points after the game. I think that's what spoke the most. Like Zim talked about before this game, how the defensive coordinator came out, had some choice words for Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Clearly, Joe took them personal, and I think, they clearly were trying to go for 500 yards. He sets a franchise record in the single game, literally in his second season, 525 yards, 4 total touchdowns. Uno comes out, gets 125. Boyd goes out, almost gets some crazy amount of yards too, has a crazy catch that doesn't end up counting. T. Higgins comes out, kills. This was just the MIGOS game. This was like the Zim and Ace game for the MIGOS, for Joey B, for everybody who doubted anything with the Bengals, even coming into this game. There was a lot of injury talk before this game. There wasn't a lot of injury talk last year, January 1st of 2021, where the Ravens beat the Bengals 38-3. Now, let me talk about this before we get into that. Brandon Allen started that game, went 6 of 21, so no Joe Burrow. Guess who the next running back was? It definitely wasn't Chris Evans because he wasn't on the team yet. It definitely wasn't Joe Mixon. Trevion Williams. Do you want to guess who the Bengals' leading receiver was in that game? Can anybody? Nobody will guess this. Cethan Carter. So don't talk to me about injuries when last year when y'all scrubbed the floor with that Bengals team, there was no talk about the Bengals were injured or anything like that. So I don't want to hear about it this season. Injuries are part of the game. There's been no team that's been more injured this last decade than the Cincinnati Bengals. So you are not telling us anything talking about, oh, we're injured and this and that. Mark Andrews still suited up. A lot of your defense, Calais Campbell included today, still suited up, and they still got 500 yards dropped on them. Another thing that I'm going to say, if you want to cry about Marlon Humphrey, he was Marlon Bumfrey in that 41-17 game where we dropped another 41 points on your head. 82, I don't know what else you can really make of that. There's no excuses for that. The Bengals came out and dominated. I love that they put their foot on this team's necks no matter what was going on. The thing that I caught, and I think I saw this at the end of the game, Zim, correct me if I'm wrong, when Joe was walking down the sideline after that pass to Joe Mixon that gave him 500. It looked to me like he looked right at Wink and was like, "What was that you were saying?" Like, what was that you was talking about?
I'm with all that. I'm with all that, bro. Like, this is what, like, as Bengal fans, like, I get it. Like, there's a part of me that's a traditionalist that just says, like, like, just humble yourself. Um, you know, just take your win, get off the field, just let's just, run off the, but forget they tried to go for it on fourth down. They wasn't interested in no handshakes or none of that, no sportsmanship. Let's not forget about that. And I just think, like, you need that type of, for young dudes or whatever. Like, I'm an Ocho Cinco baby for real. Like, for young dudes that could back it up, like, you need them to play, like, relax and let it go. Some of our older viewers and stuff like that, they might not get it. It might, like later in the next game, whatever, you don't play a whole fourth quarter or something like that. Maybe it carries over to the Chiefs game. I think they walk out of there and say, like, man, bro, like, we got the illest quarterback alive. We could drop 500 on somebody if they want to. This is what Tyler Boyd comes to the podium and says every week, like, who could stop us? And he's been saying it all year. So to actually go out and live it and do it, we're not just talking it just to be talking, like, we actually doing it. That's two different things. It'd be one thing somebody talking trash or saying they're going to do a whole bunch of stuff and then they don't do it. And Joe don't get up to the stand and say he's going to do all that stuff. But Wink Martindale talks to trash, says all that stuff. So, yeah, we had to humble them. So I know people probably like, but Zim, the defense is going to be like that sometimes, bro. Like, the defense can't be this juggernaut force. This is 2021. The rules are skewed in the offense's favor anyway. There are plenty of plays that I saw from Josh Johnson that he made throwing off his back foot, making some incredible plays, and he's not no scrub to get to the NFL. I agree. They shouldn't have. The defense gave up way too much stuff, but part of that was Lou just playing off, giving them cushion, saying there's not enough time. So you got to understand a moment. You got to understand a lot of different things. And for me, I just feel like there's really nothing to talk about. And I really say that, not that, I ain't want to disrespect like your time either, Ace. There's really nothing to talk about. Like, we just been saying it for 16 weeks. Like, we are who we say we are. And so when we come out and we actually do it, everybody better, like, when y'all gonna fall in line with us? Like, it's time. Like, this is it. Don't talk to me about next season. Don't talk to me about no defense and stuff. Some weeks you're gonna go crazy. Some weeks your defense isn't going to be able, but you know what happens? You play complimentary football and your offense did what it had to do, and they never stopped them the whole entire game. And that's what it should look like. Oh, we went against their backups. Okay, when we went against their starters, it was 41-17. So what difference does it make? It's only us that can stop us. When we played the Chargers, it was us that stopped us. When we played the Bears, it was Joe Burrow trying to be a hero, throwing all those picks. When we played the Packers, it was Zach not putting the ball in Joe's hands, and then Evan Money Mac misses a field goal. Go to all the losses. When did we ever get outplayed by somebody where you just feel like we had no business being there? The Browns game, that game went out of hand really, really quick based off of stuff that we did to ourselves. Fumbling, interceptions and stuff early in that game. All these different games. None of these teams are just blowing us out like the Ravens. Like, who came in here and did that to us and threw for 525? All that crazy stuff. Mike White did go for like 400 though, didn't he? Mike White went crazy. Mike White, but like, we was up 11 points and then Joe throws like, I'm just recapping in my mind. It's like people telling me about, like, man, next season, whatever. You got to understand, I'm talking to you, the guy that's super, super pessimistic, the guy that's super, super apprehensive about moving forward with this team. I understand the Bengals hurt you in the past. We don't care. We are right now in the middle of a playoff hunt, and I am all in, balls to the wall, and you can't stop our joy. The real who, they going to stand up. We're going to show up to the stadium, and we're going to go crazy. And if you got a problem with that, go put on another jersey, because here we come. And the AFC ain't never going to be this wide open again. Like, y'all got to understand, like, the time is now. I'm not saying that if we don't win the Super Bowl, it's a bust, but right now we're playing with house money for real. We wasn't even supposed to be here.
Facts. No, that's real. And me and Zim, by the way, punted as many times as Kevin Huber did today, which was 0. No punts by Kevin Huber. And this is another thing, man, because I get a lot of Bengals fans And if you guys watched us for the past couple of years, you know, we've been on both sides of the Zach Taylor spectrum. But this season, it's been a lot of Zach hate and all of that. All I'm going to say is this. We swept the Steelers and we swept the Ravens. I don't know what other coach has done that. I don't even know if Marvin Lewis ever did that. I might be wrong. Maybe in 2005. That's probably the only year. But this is something that this guy is putting together, and give him the credit that he deserves. You asked for him to put the ball in Burrow's hands. He literally did that the entire game today. So give Zach and his staff the credit. One thing I want to do is, I know you guys sent in some super chats. I'm going to run through them real quick. Then we got to get Zim out of here. He's going to go see No Way Home. So don't drop any spoilers in the comments.
If 40, nah, you shouldn't even
40.
tell them. Why somebody going to do something? Nah.
$4.99 from Dislocation. He says that I need to show up to more Bengals games because every time I go, Joe puts up a career day.
Right.
We got some other ones in here. Aquila, the GOAT or the Great.
Aquila,
Nah, he
what's
the
up?
GOAT. He the GOAT.
What's up,
$5.
GOAT?
That fourth quarter was the Kansas City game. There is no pulling starters against Kansas City. There is no slowing down against Kansas City. That fourth quarter wasn't personal. Nah, I feel him. I feel like it could have been a strategy that they were doing that. They could have went for the touchdown for sure if they wanted to. They decided to go ahead and take the knee. Boss Ross for $5 says, give this man Burrow a gold jacket. My man TJ Patterson for $5.25. I don't know what you tried to say there, TJ. Hopefully you can put something in there. Oh, that's what you said. He said Jonesy is smoking that salty pack.
Who's smoking salty pack?
He said Jonesy smoking that salty pack.
I thought you were talking about Johnsy, like John Harbaugh.
Yeah, I think so. John,
hey, did you see John try to put on the purple buffs? You ain't Joe. Y'all seen Joe before the game? We putting on red buffs. We looking like a sexy Santa out here on these streets. You can't stop us. We putting $5.25 on people's heads. What they gonna do with us? Everybody will tell us everything about that. Everybody that got something to say to me today gonna talk to me about anything other than the fact I just put up 525 yards. I promise you. T. Higgins 200 yards. Jamar Chase 125 in my sleep. Like Tyler Boyd almost had 100. Like this is 4,000
on a pass that was.
Hey, bro.
That pass was insane, bro.
Bro, they're all going to go for 1,000. You want to know why? Because when we go to the Browns game, whether TB is down 150 or 140 or whatever it is, they're going to come into the game much like today, and they're going to say, Joe, we wanted you to have a 500-yard record. They're going to say the same thing to Tyler Boyd. They're going to say the same thing.
They're going to say the same thing to Boyd.
They're going to be like, bro, let's get him to 1,000. I'm surprised they didn't throw it to him on that last pass to Mixon. They should have threw that to Tyler Boyd for real.
Right. Nah, I'm with you. Stephen Hoffman, 199, says Harbaugh didn't shake Burrow's hand. Oh, he's sick? Oh, you mad?
I don't know what they mad for.
Oh,
anybody tell y'all about practice squad or we played whatever. When we played the starters, we dogged them 41-17. What was the excuse then? Last time I checked, Lamar Jackson can't play cornerback, so he can't stop the MIGOS anyway if he tried. Nope. So tell them about that. And if their injuries are so bad, I would boycott the game if I'm them. If injuries are so, if they would have won the game, do you think that they would have came in here and said, "Oh yeah, we had injuries"?
Nope.
They wouldn't have mentioned injuries. So don't tell me about injuries when you lose. I ain't mentioned DJ Reader all game, and I think a lot of the runs early on that they had success for was a product of DJ Reader not being there. But I ain't talking about it because I got the dub, and that's what it is. Ain't no injury talks.
Facts. It ain't no injury talks. There's never been injury talks for us. We never used injuries as an excuse before. David Rasul for $4.99. How was that Tyler Boyd touchdown not a touchdown? How long do you have to hold on to the ball in the end zone? It was because at the very end, the ball comes out there and hits it. But, guys, all we got to say is 525. All we got to say is 9-6. I mean –
what else? The North is mine. Like I said, the shirt I'm talking about, I got my shirt that I sell, and it says "Life or Death in the North." It's on my website right now, zimhude.com, whatever. Ace, make sure you check out his stuff on New Stripe City. Make sure you check out and support us and keep on going because we've been calling this stuff. We've been supporting. We've been going hard when a lot of people didn't believe. So we represent the believers. When I say that to say this, and I told Ace that I am not selling that shirt. Once we clinch, this is only for the believers. I knew the North was mine. That's why I printed it beforehand. The talent is there. Ain't nothing to play about. You see
If
it?
y'all don't get this shirt now,
Like, if you don't get the shirt,
now,
if you don't
can't
get the
get it
shirt,
later.
and I'm not even doing this on some sales ploy or something like that. Don't get it twisted. I'm just talking about from my soul. Like, I'm not selling this shirt after we clinch because this is for the people that believe. If you're not a believer, go on over to them other people that be talking that do this sports stuff for their job or something like that. We doing this because we love it for real. Like, this is for the lovers of the Bengals. Like, we ain't doing this because we clocking in. We clock in because we clock in 24 hours a day. We working harder than we outworking all of these dudes, and we out here. And now look at us. Now we're going to playoffs, and we're going to be at the playoff game, and we're going to be in the front row. What y'all going to do?
What they going to do?
Can't
so
stop
with
us
that
then.
being said, also be sure to check out Midwest Best Barbecue. Swing
Midwest.
through there, get you some wings, put some sauce on it. Ask them for the 525 wings because I'm pretty sure they're going to be coming out with some 525 wings pretty soon after that 525 that Joey B just put on the Ravens' heads. But Zim, we got to end this before we get up out of here with a yes.
Shursky!
Hello, world. What separated your deep ball from everybody else?
My deep ball, it has a little secret sauce to it, man.
Never get too high, never get too low, but just keep moving.
The whole story is Carlos never beat me in any kind of sports in high school.